Alright, this video is mainly to my attorney, J.R. Gambit, but if other people want to listen, go ahead. Go ahead. Transparency. Something they can't do. Transparency. But what I was just gonna ask is like, I've never been face to face with a jury. I've never been in a jury trial before. I've been against cops one-on-one with no jury. You know what I mean? I've actually beaten a cop in court before. That's what, I don't mess around. I know the law better than the cops do. I've beaten a cop in court. That's why I was like, I'll beat these cops in court. I'll beat these cops in court, but I didn't expect a jury trial. I thought I was just going to beat the cop one-on-one in court in front of Pontius Pilate or something. But this is a whole different ballgame. I've never dealt with a jury trial. You know what I'm saying? You know, I already know the police broke the law in every which way, but that doesn't matter with the jury. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this area. You know what I'm saying? And the public defender knows that I know I will get crucified by a jury. I will, in this area, going up against the police. This area is more pro-police, even though they murdered a kid in 13 seconds. Blew his leg off and killed him. They're still pro-police. We don't care. We don't care that they killed the kid. We don't care. That's how the people are out here. It's no joke. People waving the flags while they're shooting Victor, probably. You know, yeah. People cheering, waving their USA flags as they're murdering a kid. At the same time, they're like, yeah, get him. You know, that's what we're dealing with in this area. You know, rednecks waving that USA flag. They'll crucify yours truly. They will. You know what I'm saying? They will. They're ruthless. So anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's about JR. What do you know about juries? You know what I'm saying? You're my attorney. You're my main attorney. You know, I don't even talk to the other attorneys. So hardly. You're my main guy, you know. You know some stuff, you know. What do you know about juries? I know somehow they'll manipulate the jury. I know that, but I don't know what to expect. They hate yours truly so much that I'm not prepped at all for the jury. I'm not prepped at all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. I take them all on by myself. I don't even need Jesus there. It'll just be me, you know. You know, who's this other guy sitting far away from me? The public defender, who's that guy? It's just me against everybody. Yeah, the public defender's like secretly voting for me to lose in his mind. He's like, they've been putting so much pressure on me. You know. But I'm running out of space. I've never faced a jury before. And it's a ruthless, you know, the area that I'm in of the USA, they're ruthless. Pro-police, pro-Donald, pro-guns, pro-killing kids, like you said, Gambit, USA hates kids even though they hide behind the kids. Yeah, they're like, murder the kid, we don't care. USA, wave that flag, murder the kid, wave the flag. That's the area we live in. That's the area Johnny lives in, those kind of people. I'm screwed. I'm like, just let them crucify me. If the people are like that, you know, they're like waving their USA flag after a kid gets murdered by police, I don't want to be on this country, land, you know what I mean? Just crucify me. Put me in a jail cell in Cambodia. You know what I'm saying? Away from these sick people, you know what I'm saying? These very sick people that, yeah, pro-USA, yeah, you know, they murdered a kid, but we don't care. That's the kind of people in this country. It's wicked. Anyways, we already know that. Not about that. I got carried away, you know. I'm like the only man brave enough to stand up against everybody. I am. I swear I am. Some people might like, you know, like yell, yeah, yeah, we're protesting, but not really. But me, I'm like head to head with the whole system, facing Pontius Pilate, facing the police in the streets.